Hello everybody! Oh my god, look at everybody in chat. Yo, can we get a Kappa 123 started in chat? Hello everybody, my name is George from the 8th Kings Regiment of Foot. This is going to be exciting. We have 64 people currently in chat. That is crazy. We are going to be here. We're going to be talking about the draft for Season 2 of TNWL, guys. It's going to be hella exciting. We actually got a last-minute application into the league, and that is Fiend Gaming. They were a regiment that fought in the last season, so it's going to be awesome. Thank you for coming back. Yo, hello to everybody in chat. Everybody in chat right now, just type in what regiment you're from. You know, just like I type in like AEF Love, 71st Supreme, you know, 8th The Dream, you know, anything you guys want. Just I want to know which you guys regiments are from. We're going to go ahead and talk about all the groups that are being this season. We're going to try and talk about as many players as we can. We're only be doing this for about we're going to try to aim for like 30 to 40 minutes, but it might extend after that. Look at all these regiments representing 45E. And I see 12Y, NR7, 104th, the 30th. AF is Love. There it is. Centos, what's up, man? 63. How are you doing? So we're going to go ahead and talk about these players. We're going to try to talk about as much as possible. And we're going to make some predictions about how the league is going to go. Today with me is going to be my boy Gottfried. We're going to be talking about each regiment. And let's have some fun here, guys. And we're going to start off with Group A. Let me introduce you guys to Gottfried. He shouldn't need an introduction. You guys know him. And 75th are here as well. Let's go ahead and unleash, guys. Gottfried, hello?
Dude, you were muted.
Yeah, I know I was muted. I was just running music, dude. Alright, Gottfried. So,
Yo, what's up?
this is my boy Gottfried, guys. I'm not sure if I might need to turn him up, actually, because my TeamSpeak is really, really low sometimes. Alright, Gottfried, give me a quick hello.
Hello.
Alright, you're Gucci. Alright, so basically we're going to start off with Group A. We did look at the 104th already, so we're going to go ahead and pop up Group A here, guys. Let's get this thing out of the way here. This is... There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is Group A. So if you guys are from that group, hit them up with some love in chat. 104th, 8th Royal, 2E Chef, and the 75th. 75th being the last season's winner. They were, I mean, the meme that was going around was the underdog power. 75th did win last season, and they did pretty well themselves, and that were the winners of last season. But we're going to hear with a new season, so we're going to talk about new predictions, new players, new regiments, and we're going to have some fun here. So, 104th. Personally, I don't know a lot about the 104th, but I do know about its leader, Inmath, and I know he's been leading for a long time, and he likes to keep a structured regiment from what I've heard at least, and they do a lot of public events. So, I mean, a lot of regiments that do a lot of public events means that their drill is better than those that do 1v1s, because in 1v1s you don't really need to focus that much on keeping everybody together and, you know, doing that kind of stuff. So, that is the 104th, and there is a player in the 104th that I recognize. His name is Irish. He used to be in the 8th Kings Regiment of Foot, but he left the regiment to make his own, which was a 60 SLR, which did pretty good in its time.
Wake up.
But now he is in the 104th, and he is European. You know, some may say European leave, but he is actually a legitimate. He's a solid mailer with like the ping that he does get, so he might make a difference for them. Any comments for Gottfried on the 104th?
I honestly don't know that much about the 104th. Like, I haven't faced them personally, and the only meleeer I recognize in their roster really is Irish. And basically just covered him. So
yeah, honestly, Irish is the only player that I know from their roster, but this is the beauty of Twitch Napoleonic Wars. Last season we had regiments like the 12RA, who were an artillery regiment, who literally formed a line to fight in TNWL, and they upset so many regiments. So that's what I love about TNWL, NW in general, is that people go in thinking that this regiment's going to win, but at the end of the day it can come out way differently. And so that's what we were talking about that day. I'm gonna have to probably ban somebody right now who keeps poking me on TeamSpeak.
Wake up.
So basically, this draft stream literally has 104 viewers, guys. This is the most viewers TNW has gotten in the first season. So literally, we're going to have to talk about the 8th Royal now. The 8th Royal, hold up, go take it over, Godfrey. There's a dog in my room.
Alrighty, guys, the 8th Royal. I don't even have the roster in front of me, and I don't know any of the
All right, so
leave me.
yeah, no worries, buddy, no worries, dude. My dog just invaded in here. He was also excited about TNWL, you know. So there's nothing I could have done. Okay, so I'm gonna. So basically, the 8th Royal, they are, I believe, another kind of public event type of regiment. Their leader is named Omaha or D-Day 1944, and they have they sent me a roster. Literally, the roster made me look like I was the most terrible leader in North America, because the roster literally looks like it's like the most beautiful spreadsheet you ever see in your entire lives. It's beautiful. Like it literally has how many days each member has gone to an event. So it's crazy. It's awesome. 8th Royal, don't know a lot about them. Honestly, I looked at the roster, didn't really know anybody. But again, unknown regiments have upset people before, and they will do it again this season. I promise you that. We tried to balance the groups as much as possible. So the next people here, it is the to each chef. So I'm gonna quickly get you this, Godfried. There's literally people spamming me. Did not expect this to be this many people for the stream, so I apologize if I'm getting literally like getting caught off guard right now. Okay, so
I love the stream chat. Oh my God.
the stream chat. Yo, did Dream Me represent? There it is, boys. What's up? Yo, what's up, Sloth? How you doing, man? All right, so basically we have the first. This is Nicole's regiment, or I believe Nicole's up there with them. We can talk about Nicole first. So Nicole, I've known him for a long time. He's been in the community for a long time. As a mailer, I think he's solid. Is he a clutch player? I don't think so. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if you have a regiment of solid mailers, you don't really need any clutch players. So I think he's going to do a lot for his regiment. Don't really see any other names here in his roster that would probably are recognizable to me. How about you, Gottfried?
Well, like their Colonel Puba, he's very solid meleeer. Not a great duelist, but you don't really need to be a duelist in a line battle, so no strikes against him for that. Aside from that, I've also seen Grandpa around in NA group fighting and stuff, and he's been a little inconsistent from what I've seen, but he's occasionally very good.
So he is then, like, he can do stuff for his regiment then.
Yeah.
If it comes down to him, then he can, you know, like dip into the bottom of his pockets and grab onto his like sides and just go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move up to the next regiment, guys. The 75th, the regiment that I've wanted to talk about in Group A the most, because frankly I know them a little bit more, and also they are the Pro League champions of last season. While I have you guys here, I'm going to go ahead and explain how the league works, guys. So basically, in TNWL, we try to give everyone a chance to win some money, you know, because there are some regiments that completely outclass others, but it doesn't mean that we can have a good competitive scene. So this is the way TNWL works. TNWL aspires to give everyone a good chance to get some money, to get some good competitive play. How we do that is basically we have the group stage. Out of each group stage, we will the top 2 regiments with the most points or wins moves to the Pro League or Semi-Pro League. The top 5 for this season, it's going to be the top 5 or 6 are going to the Pro League with the most points, and the bottom 5 of the people who moved on are to go into the Semi-Pro League. The winners of Pro League this year will receive $350, and the winners of Semi-Pro this year will receive $150. So the group stages are basically where you qualify to go to the Pro or Semi-Pro League. All right, guys, and that's how TNWL works.
Oh, would you look at that spam?
Oh, God, the chat. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, it's happening.
My name is Asian P.
My name is Asian P.
Yes, you guessed it. I am tier 2.
Oh, God. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on. 75th. So, 75th, the winners of last season. Honestly, they did so well. Like, they were like... I mean, honestly, like, I don't know what happened to the 75th, like, last season, okay? So they went into their group, they were expected to do well, but they weren't expected to win. I mean, last season we had regiments like the 18th, we had regiments, literally, like, the 71st they were a favorite, but then they dropped out in the middle of the league, so it wasn't all that well, and also, honestly, personally, I didn't have a lot of confidence in the leaders of the 71st at the time, or the 75th at the time, because I'd known Chaniki for a long time, and when I knew him, I mean, if he tried to lead a line, I wouldn't be surprised if they were going the opposite direction. But he proved me completely wrong, and him and Alexander did an amazing job at leading against all the other regiments in TNWL, and they obviously won last season. So I'm going to send you the roster real quick so you can have a quick look at it. I'm going to talk about some players real quick as well because, you know, I need to. All right. So here are the players from the 75th. Alexander, obviously, I think Alexander is one of the best group fighters out there. I'm not sure anymore. Back in the day, he used to be really good, and he knew how to position himself in areas where he could do really well. Like, he would literally go behind players, clutch fight. He could win 1v1s easily, and but nowadays he's been playing a lot more CS:GO, and he's been trying to get into the CS:GO pro scene. But I'm not sure how he's going to do in NW, but we'll see. And also another player that I have on mine here is, I believe his name is, where is he? Pancakes Jr. Okay, so Pancakes Jr. Is from, was in my regiment a very long time ago, and I think he's a really good player. I know he's very young when he was in my regiment. Not sure how old he's now, but I know that he can do really well, and I think he's an underestimated player, and I think he's going to make a difference for the 75th. Godfrey, anybody you're looking into here?
Two guys, actually. Marksman and Pretzel. Both of them were in the 4th when we recently took 3rd place in NWL, so I'm expecting great things from them. But both very solid meleeers.
Honestly, I think the 75th have a really good chance of winning it this season. I mean, if they show the same determination and passion, as some might say, then I think they're going to take it again. But, I mean, this season, it's a whole new landscape. Like, I mean, there's no 63 this season. Or I don't think there was. Was there 63 last season? No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
There was? Oh, I don't remember.
Ah,
Okay. So, it's a whole new landscape this season. A lot of regiments moved around. I mean, the 41st were supposed to be like the dream team that were supposed to like take the season. They were walking in and be like, "Give me my money. I need to spend it on double Big Macs." But at the end of the day, they pulled out because the regiment couldn't hold out before the league started. So that was a big upset for me, which made a lot of regiments actually like more love, you know, for the league, and gave them a little more confidence to go into it a little bit stronger. So, I think that's enough about the 75th. Really good regiment. I mean, they won last season for the Pro League at least, and I know that they have some really good people in here. I recognize some of their names. I recognize Pretzel, another mailer that I've seen around. I mean, he's also another solid mailer, and all you need is a regiment of solid mailers to honestly win TNWL. So, Pretzel, solid mailer, you know, Loyalist, Biscuit, really good players. Assassin, you know, that if Siwi, but Siwi right now is, I don't know, because I've seen him in other rosters, so Siwi right now is a little on and off for me right now. So, moving on to, so this is Group A, guys. This will be the very first group that's popping off on the first week of TNWL. So 104th, 8th Royal, 2E Chef, 75th. Guys, give these regiment a clap in chat. Can we get a heart spam in chat, guys, for Group A, and give you guys some love. This is the TNW community. This is the Napoleonic Wars community coming together with all the chat spam possible. Oh my goodness! Even the cancer rolls onto here, but they did it, boys. All right. So we're moving on to the next group, which I believe it is Group B. Boom, there it is, guys. Group B is the NR7, the 18th IR, the 71st, and the AEF. So we have these 4 regiments here. I'm going to go ahead and quickly start talking about one of these regiments, the NR7. I'm going to go ahead and give this roster to my boy, Godfrey, so he can have a look at it. So again, like, sorry if like everything is weird, because I did not expect this many people to be here. and like I'm literally caught in awe. Like I'm literally like, guys, this is like, you guys right now are part of something that probably won't ever happen again in NW, because this is literally the last hoorah of NW. Because after this, Bannerlord comes out. Like there's no more tournaments. There's, of course, there's gonna be 1v1 tournaments, 2v2 tournaments, like group fighting tournaments. But this is the last probably hoorah as in a league for for NW. So you guys are part of that, and it's exciting. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the NR7 here real quick. So the NR7 roster, of course, we have my boy, the only Godfrey. Please take it away, dude.
All right.
I want to talk about a player, but I want to save him for later. If it's the same guy, I think it is.
Okay. All right. So some recognizable names in here that I know are Deadeye and Odie. T-Town.
Oh yes.
Melter, Sharing. Yeah, that's about all the guys I recognize.
So I want to talk about T-Town. Like, I feel like T-Town is underrated from my perspective, because no one ever goes like, well, I'm gonna T-Town all over your ass, you know, like. But like, I've fought T-Town before, and I've seen T-Town in group fighting quite a bit of times, and T-Town is a really good player in my eyes. I could be wrong here, okay? Like there, it could have been like his, like he could have had like the group fighting of his life when I saw him play, but I think he's a good mailer. What do you think?
To be honest, I've always thought that T-Town was solid, but I wouldn't describe him the same way you just did.
So I saw him in the group fighting of his life. Okay, all right. Then let's. Is that Fritz?
What?
Is that Fritz? Like the Fritz that I think. In the, do you see in the roster? You see Fritz? Is that? Do you think that's the Fritz that I know? Like the 3E Fritz?
Doubt it.
Hello? Is that real life?
Pretty sure that's a different Fritz.
Okay. What did you want to talk about, Godfrey? I interrupted you. My bad.
Oh, I was just saying T-Town and some of these other guys faced my regiment during NANWL when they were playing as the Moscow Grand. But they're also missing a lot of people who helped Odie compete. And obviously Odie's not leading this time, it's Deadeye, so that'll be interesting to look out for.
I think I'm excited for the NR7 because, I mean, Deadeye's been in the community for a long time, and I mean, he's accomplished some things when he's been at the helm of every regiment he's been at. So he's done really well for himself. He's got a lot of experience, you know, being around the community. So just being around honestly gives you an edge over regiments who are new, or you know, or new made, because there's like a big thing for me. Like I think that like, because there's around like TNWL time, NWL time, there's a lot of regiments that come up and they form, but and then they go against regiments who don't have that stacked roster, but they'll lose to them because I believe that in NW there is something called chemistry, right? Like people just expect just because you have a stacked roster, well, you know, they're gonna literally just bend us over and go in dry. But I mean, at the same time, you have regiments that have been playing for a long time. They know what each other's capabilities are and their limits, and they'll use that, and they'll win against these stacked regiments. Do you think that's going to happen this season?
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible in the tournament.
I really like your enthusiasm, Gottfried.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting bugged by someone. Me had to.
And I'm telling you, man, I'm getting spammed so hard right now. It's not even real. Anyways, so and also the 9Y, dude. Could you imagine if the 9Y came back? That would be ever. Yo, 9Y best regiment. The 9Y best regiment coming in with their pioneering tactics.
Yeah, they're pioneering.
They pioneered the charge. All right, 9Y pioneered the charge, dude. You ever seen somebody run from spawn to the enemy faster than the 9Y? I bet you haven't. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next regiment, NR7. Good luck to you. Hopefully you do well. Really appreciate you guys being in the league. Thank you for being here, guys. Appreciate it, homies. All right, here we go, guys. Next on the roster here is 18th IR. So this is Ethan's regiment. Honestly, this is the first time I've heard of Ethan's regiment, okay? But doesn't mean they're not going to do well, okay? I honestly don't recognize anybody on Ethan's roster, but I'm going to go ahead and have a look through it anyways because every regiment here matters to me and I love them with a fiery passion. So, 18th IR, going to do really well. And they're in a, I mean, they're in a pretty, I think they're in a tough group, but again, anything can happen in the tournament. So, let's go ahead and see what happens with them. Hopefully, I wish them best of luck to them, and hopefully they don't disappoint us and give us a good show when we get to shoutcast their match. So, moving on to the next regiment here, and we're gonna go ahead onto the 71st. So, exciting regiment to talk about. 71st last season, they did really well in their group stage, and then they left the league for some, I believe, some misunderstandings with the admins. I mean, last season we did have somebody that was literally out to get regiments. That was a moderator, and then I mean, it was literally getting out of hand. Like, at what point does NW cross the line? I think you cross the line when you're literally tracking people's down phone numbers and leaving them voicemails to literally cut themselves. You know, that's a point that our moderator was at. Okay, hopefully, Godfrey, you don't go full emo on me and try to go after regiments. But that's what happened last season. So hopefully, it doesn't happen this season. And let's talk about the 71st. So, 71st, led by, of course, Cheesy Pants. All right, Cheesy Pants has been around for a long time. The 71st, I mean, they've been claimed to be the best regiment for a short, not sure for a short period, but for a good period of time. I sent you the roster there, and I hopefully they give us a really good show. Hopefully they stay through the league, so we see how it goes down. So. Cheesy Pants, another really good leader. I think he's had a lot of experience in the competitive scene. I don't think they've had, I mean, actually 90% of his experience is in the competitive scene. So, I mean, he has so much resources to pull from. He can rely on a lot of his players, most of his players are clutch meleeers, so he can rely on a lot of them. I believe if Jackie Chan does come back and play for the 71st, that's another 70. Jackie Chan, undoubtedly one of the best players in NW and NA. With all his wins that he has in tournaments and whatnot, he is literally really good at this game. There is just no other way to put it. But who knows, because he is, I mean, a lot of these players that you would put at such a high level, when at such a high level, they do get rusty when they come back. But who knows, you know, like, you never know. Muscle memory is all about memory. Like, you never forget how to masturbate, do you? The same thing with NW, you know, you got to go in, you know. So, Lieutenant Colonel Russian Fury, another really good player. Russian Fury, honestly, I think he is one of the best baiters in the game, all right? You might say he's a good group fighter, but he's just the best baiter in the game, all right? He literally he's always top fragging whenever I see him. It's because he knows where to position himself. Every time he's in a group fight, he is always backstabbing somebody. Like, he's always, like, breathing on their neck and telling them they smell different today. Like, every time he's in the middle of a group fight. So, Russian Fury, really good meleeer, and hence of positioning himself to do those things. So, go ahead and, Godfrey, take it away to some other players that you might want to talk about.
There's a lot of players in 71st to talk about. And especially they got a lot of new players now that Tico joined. They got guys coming like Redwall, who I haven't seen since 2013. And they also got Tamo back from the 41st. Tamo's a really great meleeer, occasionally. Sometimes. Yeah, Tamo, you're super important.
I believe in you, Tamo.
Super important.
Tamo, you're the dream.
I'm sorry, Tamo, but you're just not as important as Jackie.
Oh.
Trash.
Rex.
Accomplishments. Yeah, seriously, Tamo is actually very good. One of the best chambers in the game and one of the best group fighters, and that can be said for quite a bit of the roster, like Achilles, Zorkoth, Ghost, all very good group fighters. Except for Achilles, they're all old 12. Salty, Old 9Y, still very good.
Salty is a very good player, yes. I mean, honestly, their roster looks stacked, but will they show up to line battles is the question. That is the question with any good regiment battle. So, I mean, they have players like Eazy-E, G-Man, who I think is awesome, Mac, who's helped me out. So, guys, by the way, the TNWL thread is now pinned, and MaxiW has made that happen. So, thank you to him, and appreciate that. Rothgar, another good mailer that they have. Honestly, they have all their mailers are literally solid, and they all have the capability to clutch, and that's just like, to have that in your regiment, you can have so much confidence with the things you want to do. The only way you could mess up having a roster like this is if you get outled and outshot, and that might happen, who knows, but honestly, with a roster like this, you can be super confident in line battles, and you can make a couple of mistakes that with this roster won't be as punished as hard as it would in other regiments. So we gotta move on here. We're running out of time here. AEF is the roster up next. So I believe the AEF roster, I have it right here. 71st going to be obviously a regiment we want to look at. They are literally top contenders for me, and hopefully they do well. So next regiment is the AEF. So I know this regiment quite a bit. Anthony is the leader of the AEF. He's been a leader of it for quite a bit now. I think it's like maybe 5 months now. But Anthony used to be in my regiment as a recruit, and after that, he literally he peaced out, and he went to make his own regiment called the AEF, and he's been doing a lot of 1v1s. Anthony is a person who's passionate about NW. I know that he's come to me for a lot of melee help. He's gone to Godfried, he's gone to Jackie Chan, he's gone to everybody to try to get melee help, and he's got a lot of passion for NW. So he's gonna try to pass it on to his regiment. So, people in his regiment, he's got a decent lineup. I'm not gonna lie. There are times when the AEF is on point, and there are other times when their monitors should be turned on. But you never know with these regiments, because it just doesn't matter if a regiment looks stacked or it doesn't. Tournaments can turn out any way possible. All right. The -1 and 18. We will never forget, boys. We will never forget the -1 and 18, Anthony. So we do have Hemp, which is an up-and-coming leader with Anthony. They can do some double leading if they need to be. Praetor has a really godly voice. That's all I know about him. Some players, Fives used to be in my regiment a long time ago. He's pretty cool. Zakaz, some decent mailers here, guys. Godfrey, anything you want to say about AEF?
Did you already mention that they got Praetor?
Yes.
Who's, alright. I don't really know anyone aside from Praetor in their lineup.
Well, wait, go ahead.
I've come across Pepsi the Mexican and like NA1 and stuff, but I didn't know he was in the regiment until tonight.
Alright, so that's enough. Sento's really good. Another good guy. I like him. He's pretty cool. Totrick, good guy as well. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. AEF, good luck to you. Hopefully you do well in this group. Next group, guys, we're running out of time. Here we go. Boom. We gotta dash through these groups. Next group is C, boys. Group. Oh no. What? Hello? What is this red thing?
What are you talking about?
Literally, Group C is destroyed. Lamau. Hold up, team. It's literally just a red thing. Hello?
Just a red rectangle.
It's just a red rectangle. Group C actually doesn't exist. It's not real. I've been lying to you this whole time.
Ready to just go ahead and list off who it is while you...
Yeah.
Alright, Group C is the 1TS, the 13th FL, 32E, and us, the 8th.
So, go ahead and talk about the 1TS, bro. Go ahead, man.
Alright, the 1TS is led by Fancy Pants. They competed under a different name. I think it was the 72nd last year.
I think it was. Yes, it was the 72nd by Fancy Pants, because I remember facing them.
And I think they were the favorites of last year's, actually, yeah, I can't say last year's, not just last season's, group, what weren't they?
They were supposed to come out, yeah.
You and Thumb, they were the top.
So basically, in our group, it was the 72nd and two other regiments. I believe it was the 4th and 72nd and some other regiment, I forget. I think it was a Latino regiment, to be honest, Latino power, and yeah, we beat the 72nd, but they were the favorites. I don't know what happened. I mean, to be honest, like I said, in tournaments, a lot of things can happen differently. So yeah, I mean, the 8th last season, we weren't supposed to make it out of our group. We did make it out of our group. We got into Pro League, then we got immediately reamed, but we got into Pro League, and that's all that matters. So we're going to talk about 1TS. I sent you the roster, Godfried. I'm going to look at the roster real quick. So we're running out of time here. We only got time to go for a little bit. And we do have we have Mako on this roster. So Mako is another good player, according to the mining for salt thread. He is very good at this game. And honestly, no, Mako's pretty cool. I'm not sure. I don't think he's a good duelist. I mean, I don't think he's a good duelist, but I think he's a good group fighter. And if he's on point that day, he can make a big difference for his regiment. So I think he's going to do well. And I'm going to let you talk about some other people because I don't want to take up everybody. Go ahead, Godfried.
Some of the other notable members in the regiment are Conrad Alberite, also known as Instinct, and Yorsener, who was in the 4th. And Theoden would like me to tell you that Mackle's terrible. Conrad, I think, is primarily a native player who came out of nowhere and beat quite a few of the top duelists in versus 7s. I think they also have Porta, yeah, there he is on the roster, who's another native player, so
the native gods are coming. Alright, 1TS, best of luck to you guys. Hopefully you guys do well, and you guys, I hope you guys do well. Next regiment, 13FL. I would actually legitimately talk about the 13FL, but I don't think I have the roster yet, which is really awkward. So I don't know, and all I know is that Spearman is in the regiment, and I would say Pedro would be in the regiment, but he's on another roster, so he's actually not in 13FL, where I thought he was in that regiment, but he's not. So we're going to move on. 13FL, hopefully you do well. Spearman, best of luck to you. Don't have your roster, rip. 32E, here we go. This is a regiment that we actually met the other day, Gottfried, and we know a little bit about them. Let's spend about 30 seconds on them because I'm running out of time here. This regiment is led by Super. He's super awesome, Kappa. And we're going to go ahead and talk about 32E. 32E, honestly, have not heard a lot about them, but that has always that's yet to be seen because now we get to see them in TNWL when we cast their matches. So they have players like McLovin. I saw him fight, and I know that they have this one player. I'm trying to find his name. What was his name? He was really good. Remember that? Remember his name, Mushroom. Godfrey? Mushroom. Yes.
He's literally their second in command.
Mushroom! Commandant Mushroom. This guy was really good. His blocking is on point. He's a really patient meleeer, and I think he's going to do really well. He can literally change the line battle for his regiment any moment. Like, he literally could be, like, 1v10ing if he just, like, completely went ham. So, Mushroom, hopefully you do well, man. And hopefully you bring your regiment glory. Super. I hope you lead your regiment to glory. Thank you for signing up for the league, and hopefully we see you guys more in the league because you guys are welcome to TNWL. So next regiment is the 8th. So that's our regiment. What's up, guys? So I legit have to show you our roster, Gottfried. Even though you should know who's in this regiment.
I don't know anyone in this regiment.
All right, so the 8th is my regiment, and
let the trash talk begin.
Let the trash talk begin, boys. So basically, the 8th is in my regiment. We were in the last season of TNWL. We were in a group. We made it out. Went to Pro League. Lost to the 75th, I believe, 7-3 or 7-3. I believe it was 7-3. So 75th put us down. Good job, guys. And players in the 8th that I can talk about is Alcaro. He's an on-off meleeer. Think of him like an on-point like Tamo, I guess, like 1% out of the 100% of the time that he plays. So he can be good, but decides not to because he's too busy watching anime. So that's who we have. And then
Also very garbage at Smite.
also very garbage at Smite. Worst support in North America. No, guys, honestly, I could talk about the forever because I know every single player here, but we don't want to spend too much time on each regiment. Recently, we acquired Godfrey into the regiment. He is also a really good mailer. I think he is one of the best duelists in the game. Group fighting, on the other hand, he's okay at it.
He's okay.
But yeah, Gottfried is recently in a regiment. Him and I will be double leading for this season. A lot of people in this regiment that I've known for, and honestly, we thank you if you have any faith in the 8th because we love you. Yeah, we've been around for a while, so hopefully we can do something this year. Our mission is to get out of our group stage. That is our mission, and we will accomplish it. All right, boys. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to TNWL and watching the stream. We're going to move on to the next group real quick. Oh, and a Bellard's good. There you go.
Those Bill.
And we have Bill the Butcher. He's also really good. All right, so I believe this is the last group now, Group E. All right, guys, so this is Group E. Now, I haven't added Fiend Gaming yet, okay? So I do have the Group E here, 3E, 45E, 2E guard. Hold up, somebody's calling.
Good stuff.
Yo, legit, like there's a party happening upstairs and they're all trying to come down here. Like, why would they want to talk to a nerd talking to himself in the basement? So we do have the 3. What's up?
So you put the wrong group up.
No!
I just want to let you know that.
No! Wait,
Yeah, you put
worry.
Group E up.
don't worry, I got it.
C is SG, 5080, 30th, and 1st RM.
There you go, SG 5080 30th 1st RM, guys. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave this to Gottfried. I gotta step out for 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Good luck, buddy.
Again, like, just leaving me with no roster. Alright, I don't know anyone in SG, so I didn't even know they were regiments until George told me about them, so not able to talk about them. 5080 has a really great roster. They got guys like Rex, Voodoo. I'm not moving you in, Voodoo. It's not happening.
Okay, so let's clean this up real quick. SG Slithing Guards, okay? They were legit the PSG kind of remake kind of thing.
Oh, that's those guys. Okay.
Yeah. They were with this is Patrick leading them. 58E being led by, I believe,
Rex, you're also not being moved in.
Lawbringer, okay, or Rex, one of them. Doing really well for themselves. 5080 have literally a very nice roster to look. I mean, if you looked at the roster, you didn't think they would lose a game. But again, stacked rosters have never really been... Like, stacked rosters are saying, like, you show up with the big boat, and then you lose to the small boat sometimes, you know? That's what a stacked roster is like, and sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. I mean, the roster does look scary, though. I mean, let's go ahead and read off some numbers off the 5080 roster here real quick. I sent it to you, Godfried. We have players like Ghost Pig. He's been playing for a long time. I really appreciate that guy. This guy's pretty cool. I mean, they have Asian P, but I mean, I feel like Asian P uninstalled Warband, so I don't know about that yet. Ritz 407, another really good mailer. When his ping is good. Apocalypse hasn't played for a long time. Surprised that he's on a roster. Thought he was done with NW. Really good player. Rex. I've been playing under him before. I've been led under him when I was in the 98th shortly, or was it 98th? Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
98th shortly. Good player, leading. You know, let's just not say anything about that. Let's not touch that topic. Raphael, another good player. I mean, Lurvy, strategist, like Rune PKs. Rune PK, I have so much respect for you, man. You're such a good player. You're a nice guy when we were chilling in NA duo. So you're cool, man. Really good mailer. Props to you, dude. Oculus, if that's the same Oculus, he's been playing the game literally for almost 5 years now. So that guy is amazing. He's really good at this game, and he was like the very first person to teach me how to chamber. So pretty cool. Godfrey, take it away to like 2 or more players. We gotta move on.
5080 I think they've got a lot of the 41st guys who came over with Asian P, and a lot of the guys from 98. Shout out to Rex. But yeah, can't talk about anyone really specifically.
Well,
I have only a few encounters.
well, good luck to everybody in the 5080. Hopefully your guys show up and we have a really good match to watch, because if you guys do show up, it's going to be a hell of a match. So good job, guys. Good roster. Good luck to you guys. 30th, all right? This is by Purple Panda, I believe, and he signed up kind of last minute, but you know what? He didn't beat the record for last minute because we had the Fiend Gaming sign up like 10 minutes before the thing started, so rip. So we have Purple Panda. I don't know much about this regiment, to be honest. I heard of Purple Panda's name before. I haven't seen him fight or lead before, unfortunately. And honestly, I don't know anybody in his roster. But again, like every time, guys, I don't want you to be offended, because we don't like, just if we don't talk about you that much, it's because we don't know a lot about you. But like, there was a question in chat: will we do this in Bannerlord? It depends. Like if there's a mod for Bannerlord, we'll do it. Why not? You know, that's cool. It depends, you know. And it depends where the community is heading, but hopefully we can keep going, because obviously there's interest. You know, we've had like over 130 viewers tonight, so that's awesome. Thank you guys. But 30th, hopefully we see you more in the TNWL, because we get to shoutcast your matches, we get to know your players, we get to know who stands out, how you guys lead. So just don't take offense. We'll make sure we get to know you a lot more better during the season. Godfrey, any comments on 30th?
I think one of the biggest things they have going for them is their NCO Windflower, who was
I didn't see that.
With the PSG last season. Very good leader and very competent group fighter.
So Godfrey Windflower, thank you for reminding me. He's also a really cool guy. I think he's really nice, and he is a good leader. Melee, solid on the melee, but I think he's a way better leader, to be honest. And I think he's going to do well. All right, first RM, the first Royal Marine. I think they're cool, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't say a lot because I don't really know a lot. I know George, and I've talked to him on Steam before. I feel like I've seen them around, but there's honestly, I feel like there's been a couple first Royal Marines, so I could get them confused. Do you see anybody on their list? I mean, other than Superb Pedro, there's Pedro. He's in the first Royal Marine. I could be wrong. I have to still go through the roster more deeply, but Pedro's in this regiment, and his autist style will kill you eventually. So watch out for that guy.
Mostly the glances.
Mostly the glances.
Yeah, I actually recognize quite a few people in the first Royal Marines, like Shampoopy. He competed with me last year in the 90 AD. Very good duelist. I helped him out a little bit with his style.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on.
DJ. Oh my gosh.
What does DJ want? That's not the same Zeth, is it?
Get the NW celebrity. I think that is the same Zeth. Best Mexico Zeth. Diablo Rouge is also a very frequent attender of NA group fight. George, did you die?
Yo, there's like people everywhere, dude. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, there is the last three groups right there. Unfortunately, there's literally a party happening in my house. They're not invited, by the way. All right, they literally just stormed into my house, but whatever. So honestly, we don't have time to talk about these last three regiments. So what's going to happen is I'm going to leave Godfrey to talk about the 3E, 45E, 2E guard, and then the stream is going to be left on. So because I literally have to go take care of something. My dog is literally having a seizure right now. Like, I'm not even lying. I'll probably like record it and put it on YouTube. It's funny AF. But it's not funny that he's having a seizure, but it's literally the worst timing ever. So I'm going to leave it to Godfrey. I'm going to go take care of my dog. Make sure he doesn't like literally poop all over my carpet. So Godfrey, you can go ahead about 3Me. I'll send you all three of their rosters, so you have something to talk about.
Right.
I believe in you. This is your time to shine. And of course the 45E. I know you have something to say about the 45E. 45E are pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
No, I'm gonna skip the 45E entirely.
Just skip the 45E. All right, I'll leave it to Godfrey. Good luck, Godfrey. Please pretend that you're not trying to. Don't sound like you're suicidal. Come on, put some hype behind your voice. I believe in you.
There is no hype. I'm sorry. I'm Alexander. I don't have the passion.
He doesn't have the passion. All right, have a good night, guys. I'm gonna leave it to Godfrey. Peace out, homies.
Alrighty. Let's talk about the 3EME. Alright, now that George is gone, I actually will move you and DJ, wherever you are.
User was moved to your channel.
Hello, DJ. Is your mic seriously muted?
What's going on, Godfrey?
No point moving. Not much, DJ. You wanna help cast the rest of this?
Yeah, sure.
Righty.
Alright, so
Voodoo.
we're starting with...
We're starting with 3EME.
Who's their leader again?
Let me
I
check.
know
George sent me that.
I know Roderick, the Mexican guy's in there. He's pretty cool.
Rip, George actually didn't send me the 3EME roster. He sent me the 2 chef guard twice.
Okay, well, I fucking no idea.
Yeah, I don't know anyone in the 3EM. Alright, well, you're in the 45E, so let's talk about some of those members.
Yeah, dude. Well, the 45E is pretty lit. You got, of course, Nappy the Nigward, who's leading. And then you have me as the second leader if Bryce isn't there. And we got a couple good meleeers like Kid, Wall, Killer Shark. And yeah, we're doing pretty well. We beat the 71st today. I think we're a pretty strong contender in our group. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think you guys are definitely the favorites to win your group. Fiend Gaming is also being added to the group. They signed up a little late, so they're not shown in the screenshot right now.
Oh, really?
But they competed last season as well in my group. I think they took third, which wasn't bad, but not quite enough to move on from the group stage, so better luck to them this season. And the other regiment is the 2E Gren, which, yes, I know, Creed, you don't need to tell me. You guys aren't the 2E guard. But,
yeah, I got them confused for the 2E chef. Who's leading the 2E guard?
Creed is leading the 2E Gren.
Okay.
And Creed is an old 8th member, but him and Irish decided to try their luck at another regiment, leading their own regiment, that is. And then Irish, of course, left for the 104th. Best of luck to him in there, and best of luck to Creed in this group. You're gonna have to fight your hardest against the 45E. Isn't that right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially with my crisp angles when I'm leading.
Yeah, those crisp angles and those full volleys.
But you know, I think all the groups have a pretty even shot. There's I think very strong regiments coming out this year. And yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm excited to see how it pans out. Is that all the groups, by the way?
Yeah, that's all the groups. It's 18E. I think you guys were mixed up in the accepting process, so I'll have to talk to George about that later. So sorry about that.
I mean, whatever group they put in, they'll get stomped anyway because they're bad. But whatever.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, I think that's it for the groups. So, thanks for watching the stream. You can all go banter on the forums.
You could start a poll to get DJ rated higher. Currently, I'm sitting at a 90. I think we need to bump that up to like a 92.
I think you mean reduced to 85.
Yeah, I'm an NW celebrity. Whatever.
User disconnected from your channel.
And there goes DJ.
User was moved to your channel.
Sorry, Rex, what were you saying? We're still on stream, by the way.
I can't do it.
Can't do it? I can't do what?
Godfrey, you know what?
What's up, Rex?
I think you're just mad because your memes aren't dank. I mean, that's just me though.
Rex, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Godfrey, I'm gonna jump off my local bridge today because you insulted me. Like, that fucking hurt, you know? Like I thought Tamo's thing was bad and he was just gonna fucking slit his wrists. But I mean, I don't know, dude. I think I need to like fully go on a fucking solo Keemstorm rant now.
You were on the list. People I had to take shots at. Sorry, I had a
that was
higher
worse
list.
than Russian Fury getting called a fucking baiter. Tamo getting called occasionally good. Like, I just feel fucking damn.
It's okay, Rex. It was all for the memes.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm shit at everything. I should just quit NW.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, but
I mean, everyone's poking me, and I'm getting scared now.
you should be scared.
I think I should pull a Lady Moraine and just get in my bathtub, and then put the toaster in the bathtub, but forget to plug it in, because I'm that retarded. So well.